there guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to be here, and thank you ever so much for your support. I really appreciate you guys. You guys have all been awesome to me so far. So sometimes I don't have much time to make some new videos at the moment because I was quite busy for my college studies in 2 days a week, which is Monday and Tuesday, guys. So I hope you all guys appreciate it for such amazing support so far. Thank you ever so much to subscribe to my channel also to keep my channel growing. Okay, so on this video I'll be doing another read aloud of Disney classic Disney stories. I have got Walt Disney's Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too. Is some of you quite familiar with Winnie the Pooh, which is the children's Disney classic? You can see a picture of Pooh Bear and Tigger. You can see in the front cover, this paperback. Okay, so is some of you quite familiar with 100 Acre Wood? I'm quite familiar with Winnie the Pooh back in my childhood. I remember that animated series called New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Okay, shall I begin? One morning, Winnie the Pooh was on his way to visit his friend Piglet, whose head was stuffed with fluff. He was a cheerful fellow. As he walked along the woods, he was humming a song to himself. Pooh did not look where he was going. All of a sudden, someone bounced onto him. Pooh found himself flat on the ground. Tigger was sit on his tummy. "Hello, Pooh," said Tigger. "It's a fine day for bouncing." Tigger helps Pooh get up. "Thank you, Tigger," said Pooh. "I was just thinking it's a fine day for going to visit Piglet." "I was on my way to see Rabbit," said Tigger, "but I will come along with you." And Tigger bounced away. Tigger bounced on the head of Pooh. He bounced so fast and bounced so far that he bounced right to Piglet. "Tigger!" cried Piglet. "You scared me. I'm sorry," said Tigger. He helped Piglet get up. "Now, I'm off to see Rabbit," said Tigger. "Why don't you and Pooh come with me?" Away he bounced again. Tigger bounced into the rabbit's garden. Rabbit was busy counting his carrots. Suddenly, bounced on top of him. "Hello there, Rabbit," said Tigger. "Tigger, you're a pest," cried Rabbit. When Pooh and Piglet reached the garden, they helped Rabbit to his feet. Rabbit was very angry with Tigger. "Why are you always so bouncy?" he cried. Tigger, "Bouncing is what I do best," Tigger said. And he began to sing. One thing about Tiggers are one of the things. The tops are made of rubber, the tails are made of springs. They're bouncy, trancy, fancy, pouncy, full of fun, full of fun. The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm only one. By the time Tigger bounced away, Rabbit's garden was ruined. Later that day, Rabbit came up with a splendid idea for the non-bouncing Tigger. He told Pooh and Piglet about it. "We will take him on a long explore and leave him in the woods," said Rabbit. "When we go back to get him next morning, Tigger will not be so bouncy." "That is a splendid idea," said Piglet. "What do you think, Pooh?" But Pooh was sitting in the cosy chair and had fallen fast asleep. Piglet poked him. "I think it is a splendid idea," said Pooh, after Piglet told him all about it. The very next day, Rabbit and Pooh and Piglet took Tigger into the woods. When we come back to get Tigger tomorrow," said Rabbit, "the bounces will all be gone. He'll be a sad Tigger, a very sorry Tigger." "Oh, Rabbit, I'm so glad to see you, Tigger." Tigger bounced farther and farther away. He did not know about Rabbit's idea to leave him in the woods. The three friends found a hollow log. "Quick," said Rabbit, "hide inside." They climbed into the log. Tigger soon came back to look for them. "Hello?" he called. No one answered. Tigger stood on the top of the log. He called to his friends again. They still did not answer. "They must be lost," thought Tigger, and he bounced away to find them. As soon as Tigger was out of sight, Rabbit and Pooh and Piglet started home. After a while, they came to the sandpit. "Something is wrong," said Piglet. "I'm sure we passed by here before." "Nonsense," said Rabbit. "Keep walking." Soon they came to the sandpit again. "I believe we're lost," said Pooh. "We have been looking for home, but we keep finding this sandpit. Maybe if we stop looking for this sandpit, we will find our way home." "I'm sure I know the way," said Rabbit. "You two wait here and I'll find it." Pooh and Piglet waited for Rabbit. They waited and waited and waited. But Rabbit did not come back. At last, Pooh took Piglet's hand. "Let's follow my tummy," said Pooh. Whenever I get hungry for honey, my tummy leads my home." Sure enough, Pooh's tummy found a way. Just as they came out of the woods, Tigger bounced onto them. "Oh, Tigger," said Pooh, "Rabbit is lost in the woods." "Tiggers never get lost," said Tigger. I'll go back to find him." He bounced away. Meanwhile, Rabbit was all alone in the darkest part of the woods. He was very, very lost. Every time he looked around, he thought someone saw me watching him. He heard all the sorts of scary sounds. Peek, hoot, peek. Croak, hiss, chomp. Then Rabbit heard someone creeping in the bushes. "Help, Pooh! Help, Piglet!" he shouted. Suddenly he was bounced into the ground. "Tigger!" Rabbit cried. "I'm so glad to see you." Tigger led Rabbit out of the woods. Poor Rabbit! His splendid idea for unbouncing Tigger had not worked out very well. Bright and early the next morning, Tigger went to Kangaroo's home. Kangaroo was busily sweeping the yard. "May I take Roo for a walk with me?" asked Tigger. "Of course, dear," said Kangaroo. As Tigger bounced along, Roo rode on his back. "Can Tiggers climb trees?" asked Roo. "That's what Tiggers do best," said Tigger. "I will show you." Found a tall tree and bounced from branch to branch. He bounced up. "Oh, Tigger!" squealed Roo. He bounced higher. "Oh, Tigger!" Roo squealed again. He kept bouncing higher and higher. Soon they were near the top of a tree. When Tigger looked down, he was very scared. "How did this tree get so high?" he cried. Isn't it fun?" said Roo. "No," answered Tigger. "I forgot to tell you. Tigger's climbed down." "Hooray!" squealed Roo. "We will stay here forever." Just at the moment, Pooh and Piglet came by. They happened to look up in the tree. "Piglet," whispered Pooh, "there's a jugular." "Are jugulars fierce animals?" cried Piglet. "I'm not really sure," said Pooh. "Let's walk a bit closer and see." When Pooh and Piglet reached the tree, they saw Tigger and Roo near the top. "Hello," called Pooh. "Tigger is stuck." "Don't worry, Tigger," called Pooh. "We will get Christopher Robin. He'll think of a way to rescue you." Before long, Christopher Robin appeared. He ran to the tree with Rabbit and Kangaroo. "I do hope Tigger has learned his lesson," said Rabbit. "Maybe he'll stop bouncing now." Christopher Robin took off his coat. He told everyone to hold on to a corner so Roo can jump into it. After Roo came tumbling down, Christopher Robin called up to Tigger. "Now it's your turn to jump," he said. "Tiggers don't jump, they bounce," said Tigger. "But if I ever get down from here, I'll promise never to bounce again." "Did you all hear that?" cried Rabbit. "He promised to stop bouncing." Tigger closed his eyes and let go of the tree. Down he fell. He landed on the coat with such a thump that everyone fell backwards. Tigger was happy to be down. He started to bounce. But Rabbit held up his hand. "No bouncing, Tigger," he said. "You promised never to bounce again." "That's right," said Tigger, "I did." Tigger began to walk away without his bounces. He was very sad, Tigger, indeed. Roo watched his unhappy friend. I like the old bouncy Tigger better," he said. "So do I, dear," said Kangaroo. "So do I," said Pooh and Piglet. Everyone looked at Rabbit. "Well," said Rabbit, "so do I guess." All of a sudden, Tigger came bouncing back. "Did you really mean it, Rabbit?" he cried. "May I have my bounces back?" "Yes," said Rabbit. "I really mean it." "Hooray," said Tigger. And off he bounced, happy to be his bouncy old self again. Well, so what do you think of a classic Winnie the Pooh story was inspired by A.A Milne? Since of a classic 1966 animated Disney classic, I think I remember I really loved Winnie the Pooh since back in my childhood. So much do I like his The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and my favourite film is Tigger movie. So hopefully I might do another read aloud Disney classic stories, and I hope you guys enjoy listening to me reading other Disney classic stories. I hope you guys appreciate it. you're always welcome to write your comments down below. Give a thumbs up for a like, and if you haven't already, you can subscribe to my channel to hear this notification and never missed out for future content. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and thank you ever so much, and have a splendid day.